too close.
No, not necessarily. And welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Um, we're gonna get to the sports. We're gonna get to everything that we need to get to. And somebody moved my back shade there, so you might get a glare, behind us. But let's start. And I'm starting. I think I'm losing it because I'm starting the show with a Jersey Shore update. Are you kidding me? You know, it's one of those programs to begin with that is so awful in society that it's addicting, and you want to,
How is it awful to society?
It's at least that's what creates a bad image for the actual Jersey Shore as far as what they actually do and consistent fighting and that stuff. Well, that's not real America, but it's addicting to watch. You know, and tell us what's been happening lately on the show.
Let's see here.
And you got to speak up.
We already know about Angelina, how she rejected the first season of Jersey Shore in the third episode just to come back in the second season. Everybody was shocked. Paulie, Mike, Jay Wild wanted to beat her up. Sammy just don't want to do nothing, had nothing to do with it. Snooki, as she been hearing Angelina been talking stuff about her over the off season of the Shore. So if I was Angelina, I wouldn't have came on. But hey, I missed the experience out the first time. I wouldn't miss it again. So she came back. So far, she's been really just the same Angelina, except when she got really, really drunk. I mean, they didn't even want to see the second episode when she got so drunk that she got mad at Paulie for hooking up with, as she calls, a married woman. Now, to me, I really don't think she should have cared if Paulie was hooking up with a married woman. She should have just did her own thing. And as soon as they go back to the kitchen in their house, and she slaps him not once but 3 times, insulting him, saying stuff, and then after that, the third episode, like Paulie, for the first time I haven't heard this dude, he yells at Angelina. Now Paulie, he's more the quiet type. Like, he doesn't yell at people unless you really, really tick him off, and that just pushed him to a whole nother level. He was like, "Are you touching me? Don't touch me." He's like, "You're on your own. Like, I don't know nothing to do with you." Mike is the same way. Don't want nothing to do with her. Just like now, she's all alone in the house until the third episode. Now Mike. Now usually I thought he was a jerk off for the first season. Like, I didn't think this dude didn't care about nothing or nobody but himself. But he stepped out of his bounds for once and decided to help somebody out. He told everybody in the house, like, be cool with Angelina. Like, we got 2 more months left in the house, and like, please be cool, squash whatever beef. So he asked her to come out with everybody else, and he was like, and at first she was like by herself in the club, and then Snooki came up and started consoling her and told her just admit what you said about her, and then Jay Wild showed up and just admit what she told people after when the show was over with, and then she admitted it, and I hope that Jay Wild, Snooki, and Angelina do not fight each other, because trust me, we don't want no more bad blood. But let's get into more personal matters at hand. Ronnie and Sammy, the 2 who were the couple of the year and fighting on the last season of Jersey Shore. Now they broke up in the second season. Now, of course, it'll be a little awkward living with your ex. Trust me, I think a lot of people.
Yeah,
it's awkward living with your ex. But Sammy, even after what happened, she still has feelings for Ronnie. Like, real, genuine feelings for him. Like, she would not let him down. She would not let him go. But then Ronnie, like, as we saw in the first episode, he was dancing, drinking, hooking up with Mike, that's called Grenades, was aka Ugly Girl. So Mike was like looking at Ronnie like Mike was looking at Ronnie like, this dude's hooking up with grenades, man.
Now, I haven't really seen the second season, but is the situation still bringing girls, renegades, we call it, to the house?
Yeah, man.
Random girls to the house?
Yeah, yes.
Like he did the first season?
He does, yes, he does. And that was kind of crazy though. Like, but Mike and Paulie and Vinny, they know what he did, but I don't think they would snitch on Ronnie. I just don't really think they would do that because that's his business. That's he do what he do. Until the second episode. Now that was kind of odd for me. How when the first episode ended, the second episode began. Drunken Ronnie, go back and sleep in Sam's bed. She was already passed out, and Ronnie, with his drunken self, went back to her bed, slept in it, and acted like he really cared, for her, like he didn't do nothing wrong last night. So Sammy was trying to figure out, like, what did Ronnie do last night? And I kept thinking to myself, like, who's gonna snitch? Who's gonna snitch? Like, if Mike is gonna snitch, Vinny gonna snitch, because you know how you already know about Mike and Sammy's past. You know how they used to hook up on the first season. So who knows? Who knows who's gonna snitch? But then this gotta seem odd to me that, Ronnie would do that. I don't know if it was the drunk, or was it the drinks that did that to him, or was it his own personal feelings towards Sammy that made him force into her bed even after hooking up and kissing girls. So I keep thinking about myself, like, what's wrong with this dude? And then the third episode, like, they act like they were still together, like they still had a thing. So Ronnie and Sammy were dancing on the dance floor, doing their own thing. And then Sammy was like bored and tired, like she didn't want to do nothing. And Ronnie was like saying, girl, why won't you have some fun? We only got 2 months left in Miami, why don't you have some fun? And Sammy was like, I have plenty of fun. And then Ronnie was like, I think he said something mean to her, I don't know, but he told her to leave, like leave the club. And so she left and sleep while Ronnie hooked up with more girls. And it was this Cuban chick that he was hooking up with, and she was fine. I got to admit, she was banging a little bit. And
I'm gonna have to do some research on that, you know. and
then Snooki, she sees Ronnie hooking up with this girl, and Snooki was like thinking to herself, like, what is Ronnie doing? Like, what is he doing? I just supposed to be in love with Sammy? So she started confronting Ronnie about it. As soon as you know, Ronnie, drunken self again, pushed Snooki away, and then Paul was like, we gotta get to him. Like, don't be putting your hands on a woman. So they left the club, right? And as soon as you know, Ronnie did the same thing again. Like, he pulled out the girl's number. He was like, that's what I got. See that Cuban? He said that Cuban chick was fine. And then Ronnie, like he did before, he jumped back into Sam's bed. I don't know if it's just like a system of his. Like, he gets into a fight with her. He dance with girls, he'll go with girls, and then he just go back in Sammy's bed, and that's just kind of wrong to me. Like, I wouldn't do that to another girl, but hey, man, that's what he does. So that was
action. I want you, and we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, I want, for those who haven't watched the show, I want you to tell the people when we come back why you should watch this show. Why is it not so bad as people make it seem it is? And we're going to just break down all of the people that's on the show, okay? The only people that people know about is probably the situation and Snooki. They just know about the situation because Mike named himself the situation, so, when we come back, he's going to break that down for you. And then preseason football, is still upon us. Football is here. So we'll talk about that. I will expand as well on my state of emergency in sports. We're in trouble, folks. I'll tell you about it when we come back.